I'm curious to find out what led you to want to study the Postgraduate Diploma in Supervision.
Well, I've been coaching for a number of years, and I really got to the plateau point where I was asking myself, where next? How else am I going to progress? Not just professionally, but also on a kind of a personal basis. So that's when I started to explore what does supervision look like in the coaching space.
What made you want to do a supervision course?
Well, thinking back, I had finished my master's in organisational consulting, and I was so clear that I was just beginning. I wanted to continue to learn, to strengthen my practice, to discover things. I knew I wanted to continue, and Ashridge offered the course in supervision. It was that I didn't consider going anywhere else. I knew I wanted to do it. I knew I wanted to be here. So it was perfect.
Why did you decide really to look at Ashridge as a place to study?
Yeah, well, I looked around, obviously, for all the different kind of providers. And what attracted me most to Ashridge was that it was less skills-based, mechanistic. It was very much with an interest about who you are as a person and taking you on that journey from doing supervision into the being of a supervisor and holding that space. Other providers didn't necessarily honour that or seem as aligned with that.
I run the admission to the programme, and what is important to us is making sure that the participants are a good fit for the programme, and it's a two-way conversation. How did you experience this?
So I had an interview with David Birch, one of the tutors on the programme, where he was asking similar questions to you in terms of why now, what do I hope it's going to be like? And it was clear through that conversation what supervision could be like, and that I would have to own the journey rather than being done to in terms of having an off-the-shelf programme of activity, and that there was a real shift and opportunity for that shift to come through. So it felt a very powerful way of starting the programme through that conversation.
What impact has the course had on you personally and professionally? Are you doing a lot of supervision?
I am actually. So the course has had a lot of impact. First of all, it really broadened my network. So I met a lot of wonderful people on the course. I'm still in touch with them, and they're really helping me growing my practice, both from a coaching perspective and supervision perspective.
Anything else about that accreditation process that you would like a future generation on the programme to know?
Any advice that I would offer to future participants would be around seeing it as that learning journey, and that it's okay if all of it doesn't come together neatly with a bow around it at that point. That would be too much to expect. But it's a great vehicle, a great crucible experience, because it is quite painful to do. But that's the formation. That builds your own integrity as a supervisor through those different elements. And obviously doing it live is always a bit exciting, but again it makes it real. That's the active ingredient perhaps that should be recognised.